go again. It's time to start. It is time to start my little live stream. Time to make a gelatinous cube. Gonna make myself some oozes. Gonna make myself an ooze. Gonna make myself some oozes. Oh yeah, I gotta make myself some ooze. Where is my little ooze? Come on, showing up. There it is, doing its job. Excellent toes. Making sure everything is running well. Yes. I've never done this before. First time for me. I'm actually taking some of the instructions and copying the video. I saw a great video on the Dungeon DM Craft, DM Scotty, who does some really good crafting videos, and I thought, well, I'm going to grab all the materials that he suggested and give it a go. So this is what this is supposed to be all about, is me giving it a go, seeing if I can make it work myself, which I hope I will. Just going to close my window because I feel like the wind will blow through there and that'll cause problems. Alright, so I'm going to start in a second. I'm just making sure everything is functioning correctly. Alright, so let us crack on and get this done. Hi, welcome to How to D&D. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I'm not talking about Dungeons & Dragons or Dungeons & Dragons 5e. I'm going to have a go at making a really cheap D&D or Dungeons & Dragons miniature called the Gelatinous Cube. Now, I could say it's a workshop, but honestly, I've never actually made a gelatinous cube before. And as I said, I'm actually taking the instructions that DM Scotty presented in a video, and you can check out his YouTube channel if you like. He has a really good video on how he made, step-by-step, time-lapsed and everything, how to make a gelatinous cube. And so I'm going to grab all the bits and pieces that he was talking about, and I'm going to give it a go myself. I honestly don't know how successful I will be. I will tell you what I have. I have my hot glue gun. I have some spare glue sticks because I suspect I'm going to go through more than one. So I do have my hot glue sticks just in case. I've got a pencil. I've got a sort of a fine tipped marker as well. I've got a permanent marker which is a bit thicker just in case something doesn't work and I get desperate. I have my transparent overhead projector clear sheet. Now it's supposed to be quite thick, but I noticed this sheet is quite thin in comparison, and I'm not too sure how successful it will be. I will only know once I give it a go. So you will need some clear plastic for this particular build. I have not got any more large bases, so I've got myself a base which is a little bit larger than normal for a large size. As you can tell, it's definitely a little bit bigger. It's like a 1.5 inches or 60 millimeters in diameter. I've got some scissors just in case cutting with a knife doesn't work, and I've got a steel ruler with metric and imperial so I can mark everything out. And let's get cracking. Oh, by the way, all of the materials that I'm using should be in the description for this video if you're wondering. And yes, I will answer questions and chat with you as I go. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. So because I'm doing it for the first time, I expect there to be a few hassles or problems along the way. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I don't burn myself on the hot glue gun and move it out of the way. And then I'm going to grab myself a pencil and ruler and this clear sheet. And my understanding is that I have to mark it up into, we don't want to have the base of it, we just want the sides and the top. So I'm going to have to go 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, and mark some lines, and then do exactly the same thing along here as well. So that's what I'll do first. And if my pencil doesn't work, that's what the black marker is for. So let's have a look here. There we go. And marking, that didn't work. Didn't think it would. That's why I got the black marker, just in case. This has got a smaller tip. It's not super fine, but a fine tip would probably be better than a big tip for marking. Let's see if I can get a mark on it. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully it dries. and 6 inches. Alright, so I've marked that there, and I'm going to do the same thing a bit further down. I think roughly about here's good enough. Just make sure that if I line that up on there, it'll be reasonably straight, right? That's the theory. I like the little grid on the cutting mat. It's oh, that might be something I didn't add to the description, is the cutting mat. You will need a cutting mat for this, and you will need obviously a good sharp blade. Alright, let's have a go. Yeah, that's a good mark. Mark. And mark. Okay, alright, so now I just need to draw those lines across. This should all rub out, all these marks later on. Well, I hope so. Hope so. That could be a problem, eh? Alright, so that should be enough. And then we'll do it again. I don't expect this should take very long to make, by the way. I actually think that'll be pretty quick. I don't know if you can see my lines. I'm just drawing my lines across. Haven't managed to smudge anything too badly yet, which is good. Okay, so you can see I've got some black lines there. I've got to do the same thing. I'm going to mark my 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches again along here. So I'll do that now. Okay. Oh, I've got my ruler around that way. Okay, so it'll be here. I'll mark it here instead. Alright, there's some marks. I'll do the same thing a little bit further down. Oh. If I'm not talking a lot, it's because I'm having to focus on what I'm doing. Yeah. I feel like that is roughly where it needs to be. Okay, there. There. And there. So side, top, side. Well, that's the theory. Okay, now we just make some lines across there and join it all up. There we go. I'll do that again. For those of you who watched my channel and thought I wasn't going to try and make a gelatinous cube, you were wrong. You thought if I was just all talk. No, I'm quite serious. If it's in the monster manual, I'm going to give it a go. Come on, pen, keep doing your thing. Alright. Okay, so I got all my lines marked. And we're only going to have, I mean, once it's all finished, there's only going to be 5 squares that are remaining. We've just got to cut all the other pieces away. So get rid of the pens. And now it's just a matter of cutting out the first part of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the outside square, and then I'll chop out the other bits as I go. So I wonder if I can use these little lines here. I suppose they're there for a purpose, to help me stay on track. So we'll see if that works. it might give you an idea of where I'm cutting to. Okay, so we're just going to cut the outside section off. Trying to remember to leave the mark. Right, and this is what I was worried about. Plastic doesn't exactly, it slides. So press down real hard. Yeah, it slid again. Right, let's see if that actually cut all the way through. Yeah, that cut all the way through. Let's do the other one. Hi Aaron, how's it going? You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoy the streaming. You know, it's I think one of the things that people want to avoid, and I think that's actually probably the future for YouTube is the streaming side of things. Certainly, it's much easier for me to do a video, particularly when it requires a lot of research, to include you in the process. And particularly if I'm trying to make something, the making videos are always the ones I do so few of because of all the time involved. And you get an opportunity to ask questions and you can see how it's done. I know it takes a little bit longer to get through, but let's just score there. Okay, well, hopefully I didn't do anything bad there. Cutting all the way through. It just popped out. So that is the basic gelatinous cube. I'm going to get rid of the waste, push it out of the side. And now what I'm going to do is I'm not supposed to cut all the way through these lines. I just have to score them. As long as I score them, I should be able to bend them. So we'll score them first, and we'll start here, and I'll try to use those little lines as a guide. And I will hopefully not cut through the whole thing. Alright. Pray with me, lightly score. I'm really worried that I haven't actually scored it enough. We'll see. Hi Trent, how's it going? Yeah, fingers are crossed. Well, you need to cross your fingers while I do the cutting. Okay. Because when I was looking at that video, I was thinking, okay, so where do I get the plastic sheet from, and where will I find one that's thick enough to do something like this? So it actually is successful, because I want a successful job, right? Okay, I think I've just scored that. I'm really tempted to sort of fold it to see if I've scored it properly, but I won't, because if I do that, then I'll mess up cutting the other two lines. So I've just got to score the line here and the line here, so it will all fold. So I'll do that now. Yes, cross the toes, cross the arms, legs, fingers. Don't cross the eyes, that's not good for you. Oh, come on here. Alright. People are wondering why I have streamed so many times today, because I've already done another stream. It is because I am just mucking around, really. Just hanging out. So I've scored that one. I'm sweating. I'm actually quite nervous that I've messed this up. So I'm trying not to shake. It's so thin, this plastic. What concerns me is if I put hot glue over it, what's going to happen is it's going to warp completely, and it'll wind up turning into a great, huge, horrible mess, which it could be. This could be a total failure. Okay, so I've scored all of the lines, so now I'm supposed to fold, and I feel like that has definitely got a cut line there, but I'm going to do that with the ruler. I think it's going to be smarter if I fold, if I can find the mark, line up the ruler, and then bend it. Okay, I think I've got it. So we'll try to bend it up to the ruler. Okay. Here, there's one. Now I'm supposed to cut out some sections as well, but that ain't going to matter if I can't get this bit right. So let's just see if it works. There's a score line, there's a score line, and end up. Let's do that again on the other side. I feel like I should have done it a bit all the way over. Oh, it's still holding together. That's something. Let's try that again. Come on, you. Stay where you're supposed to be. Right there. Alright, okay. Bending. Okay, and I'm going to bend it all the way over, like so, and do one more. I'm really glad that I used the pen that I did. It's not a water-based pen, it's permanent, but it is coming off the plastic, which is a good sign, but not coming off too quickly, otherwise, because I'm going to lose all the lines, so I'm going to need to cut off sections, so I need that to stay there. Okay, alright. Well, the scoring lines, I didn't cut all the way through them, so that was successful. I just need to cut out the corner pieces. This piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece, which I'll do right now. I have to cut all the way through. And it probably would have been smarter for me to do it before I did the folding, but like I said, because I've never done this before, and all I had was what I'd seen on somebody else's video, I was a little bit nervous to just do it that way. So we'll just see how we go, and mark and cut. That was fairly easy. Let's do it again. Why can't I get it to sit straight on there? Because I bent it, that's right. If I hadn't have bent it, it wouldn't have been all over the place. Alright, let's just go there and cut. This plastic shifts, it's just slippery. Either that or it's all the sweating I'm doing. Did I cut all the way through? Yep, that's cut through. That little piece is gone. Come on. That. Oh, come on. Come free. Be free. It's not free. You just want to be free. Why can't... There's something weird going on there and I don't know what it is. Just give me a second while I just... My eyes aren't great, so I may have missed the line a little bit. Just a fraction. Okay, got it. Alright, that's two corners gone, two more to go, and we're ready to start assembling. separated, good. Stop moving, plastic. Stay. You'd think with the original score line that the knife would just follow the original track, but it doesn't always seem to do that. Oh yeah, okay, alright, so I don't need the knife, I won't need the scissors because I didn't manage to mess things up, might need that, don't think I'll need this. So this is what I've got, this is supposed to then fold in like this, and I'm supposed to glue everything together. Alright, come here. Let's just fold them over a couple of times, I think, just to increase the corner. Nottingham, how's it going? Looking forward to this one. Yes, I'm glad you're looking forward to this one, but it's not successful yet. Remember, I have to actually get it right. So the idea is that we have something that we can place straight over the top of our miniature. So we just have to join all this and put some texture on it. Now I remember in the video he said do the texturing first and then fold it. So we're going to do the texturing first. The hot glue gun should be doing its thing. So I'm going to try to apply it because I don't really want it to melt the whole thing. So I'm going to apply and then blow on each section and I'll see how we go. Okay. And I will start in the center. And we'll just sort of wiggle things around a little bit. Doesn't really matter, I guess. It is just a texturing process. And okay, all right, that's that done. I actually feel like I do not want to use the gun. I know he used the gun, but I feel like if I use the gun to actually do the texturing, it's going to create like a horrible mess. So I'm starting to worry about how I'm going to do this. I might just leave it like that and have the little globby bits just as it is. Or, if I've got my crafting tools close by, yeah, let's do that. I can drag something through it to give it some shape, like this thing. Because the glue hasn't made a mess of it. And so as a result I can just drag my tool through there and then just knock all the glue off later. I think that's probably going to be the smartest way to deal with that. Alright. Staying away from the joins or the folds because I don't want that. Okay, so there's some texture there, and then I've got a great huge chunk of icky stuff stuck to it. That's alright, I'll push that out of the way. I'm going to let that dry and I'm just going to clean off my little tool. Okay, well I think that worked. We'll do another section. I just want to make sure this is hardened a bit. Did it warp that much? No, not really. That's alright. Okay, alright, let's do this again on another section. Here we go, and just going to go from the outside this time. Okay. Alright, that's that, and then what do? I think we'll do like swirly bits. Swirly bits, like so. Doesn't need to be too fancy, right? Oh, my finger's stuck to it. Okay, alright, good. That's another one done. Only 3 more to go. and then it's time to join it all up. Alright. Yes, I'm blowing on it. I didn't bring my hairdryer with me this time. Alright. I don't actually have a hairdryer, by the way. Right. So I think we'll just go like that. And that's good enough. And then I grab a tool, and I think what I'll do is I'll just accentuate that and just fill in the rest of it with the glue. Just drag it around a little bit. Come on, you. Shift around. Up and down, up and down. Up and down. Okay, there's another one. Two more to go. Two more to go. Ah, come off. Okay, alright. Give it a blow, and let's try this again. What do we do? I think we just change the pattern, I guess. Around the outside, and then I'm going to go a bit more random. Okay, alright, there we go, done. Alright, so let's go up and down and round and round, and just to fill in all the bits that I missed with the glue gun, just fill it in, fill. I'm not going right to the outside because apparently that's a bad idea, so I'm not doing it. I can do that later to give it more texture. Alright, cool. Aussie Wolf, man, that's a cool name. If this is awesome, I'm glad you're having a good time. Nottingham, you thought about putting a figurine inside to simulate the remains of a victim. I did, but I guess I haven't sort of decided to do that. I'm still thinking. I suppose you could. My general feeling is that you would need to be like a skeleton, you know, the leftovers of a skeleton, and I don't have any skeletons with me, unfortunately. Alright, let's do the next side. And make sure that I have actually, is it dry? Mostly dry. Alright, here we go again. These bits sort of, yep, they seem to be fairly hard. I shouldn't stick to them. Alright, so did a swirly bit there. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just going to go anywhere that seems like a good idea at the time. Yeah, okay, alright, come on, here we go, and tool. Alright, let's just fill in all the bits that I've missed. Faster before the glue sets. The glue actually goes hard pretty fast, so you can't muck around. I guess that's not something. DM Scotty is so quick when he does his videos, and he's such an expert with it. I'm not surprised. You might actually be able to get away with applying it with the tip of your glue gun. I just don't know that if it's really hot, it might actually go through the plastic as well. Okay. Alright, so just need to let that set, and then we're going to start joining the edges together. I mean, I'm going to try and join the edges together. Just blow on this. I'm going to just grab a drink of water, let it dry, and I'll do that in a second. Alright, let's just check everything is dried up. This looks pretty good. I've already done that, that's fine. The centre should be well and truly dry. It's good. This is where I just did it. It's still a little bit soft. I'm not sticking to it though, so what I will do is I'll shift that to the other side. That's not the edge that I will deal with. I'm going to try to glue this edge together. I feel like it's going to require me to, I'm just going to fold these just a couple more times. I feel like it's going to require me to actually hold it in place while it sets. Alright, so glue gun and what's the easiest way to do this? Along the edge, come on you. Okay, done. And hold it together. Come on you, just hold together. I don't feel like it's working. Oh, I'm sticking to it though. What's that, Trent? Run some beads of clear silicone could make some broader substructures to glue the corners to. Yeah, no, it's probably true. What I'm thinking is, in his video he did actually say to put a bead up the back edge. I'm going to do that. I just need it to attach enough to give me something to do it with. That does seem to have stuck, although I've also got stuff sticking to me as well. Okay, alright. And there's a little bit of a section that didn't join. So it did join in some places, but not all the way along there, which is not great. So I've got to redo it. So I'm going to do it from the back edge and see if I can't make that a bit stronger. Alright, here we go. Oh, new stick. That stick's all gone. Alright. Pull out of the way. Glue gun over here, because I don't have to worry about burning myself because I'm using it right now. Okay. So glue gun needs refilling. Alright, okay. Let's try that again. Do you see what I did? I almost picked it up from the front edge. Don't do that. It hurts. Right, so I can't put that there, but go on. Okay. Oh, it's separating. Oh, that's not good. Come on, stay there. Stay. Yeah, this is definitely a lot harder than I thought it would be. Some silicone might be a good idea. Or even the glue itself might create enough to attach to so it would hold in place. I just feel like it's a little bit fragile. You definitely want to be using something that's fairly thick in terms of plastic but still bendable. Because all that glue just set, all the glue that was set on it just melted as soon as I put it on. So it came apart. Alright, let's just check it's hard. It's still hardening. And that is It's still hardening a little bit. Alright. I think it's pretty much joined now though. I do feel like on the outside, on the inside, that certainly it's made a reasonable join. What I'm going to do, I think, I'm going to follow what Trent had suggested, but I'll use a glue gun instead. And that is, I'm going to run a bead along the edge, let that dry on the inside, so there's more, because if it's just this little thin piece of plastic I'm connecting, I just feel like it's just going to be a disaster. So we're just going to run a thin, if the glue comes out that is, there we go, thin bead, if I can see it without burning myself. Here we go. Alright. Just going to blow on that and let it harden a bit. Man, it's hot. Still soft, so we'll move to the other side and we'll run a bead along there as well. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting you need to be able to see what I'm doing, right? I feel like you're definitely going to need quite a few glue sticks to make this work, by the way. Alright. I'm just going to tilt it this way so it sort of moves towards the edge more. It's still soft, so I'll wait. Man. Alright. This side is done. Fold this side and we'll do the same thing because I want to join this in edge at some point. But first of all, let's get a bead of glue across there. And if you can see, I am trying to angle it so you can see what's going on. It's just like I said, I've also got to see what's going on. And let it drain or drip towards the edge a bit. It'll take a little while to dry, I think. Oh, I've got little stringy bits everywhere. Come on, come off. Alright. See if I can get away with doing the other one on this side. Okay, alright, and let it drip, sort of drip that way a little bit and blow. Okay, let's check it over here. That looks reasonably hard now. That does not. Yeah, it's still soft. Okay, alright, let's do that again. Do it along this edge here. Okay, come off, there we go. And blow. Oh. Right, let's just check that at the edge to make sure that's hard now. Yeah, yep, that's hard. Alright, so one more edge and then we can try assembly again. You know, one of the things I've noticed about this is when it's all together, I feel like the bottom section is going to be quite weak and I'll need a bit of mass to it. So I'm thinking that what I should do is definitely run a bead of glue around the bottom edge as well, just so that it's a bit stronger. Because it is just plastic, right? And even though we're turning it into like a cube, you want the cube to be as strong and as rigid as possible, given what materials you're using. It's a light material, it's the only hassle. Alright, that is mostly hard and dry, that's good. This side is probably not. No, it's still soft. Okay, alright. As long as it's not going to stick to me and it's not too soft, not too hot, we will have a go at joining this all up. So we're going to run a bit of glue along the edge again like I did before, but now that we've got a bit more to hang on to, hopefully it will actually meet up. That is the plan. Let us try it out. Let's fold in a bit more. Okay. And alright. A little bit tricky, guys. Sorry if I look a little bit thumb-tied, but it's harder than it looks. It really is. And connect without gluing my fingers to it. Ah. Well, it's mostly connected on. Yeah, it's mostly connected on. That's all right. So we'll do another one in a second. Oh, it's feeling a little bit sort of warped. With all the glue that I've stuck on, it is getting a little bit warped. Okay. Let us do this edge here. And connect. Oh man. I gotta say, out of everything that I've done, this is definitely the trickiest. I keep getting glue stuck to me. Okay. Yeah, that's not, it's still a little bit soft. I'm going to have to run more glue on the outside, I think, just to make it more rigid. It feels like it's held together, but only just. Yeah, okay, alright, so one more edge, and then it's time to try and figure out the rest. The warping makes it more like a gelatinous cube. Well, that's good news, because that was what we're trying to do. So, Aussie Wolf, if you're happy with that, that's good news. Yeah, there we go, and attach quickly and hold and blow. Yeah, it's still a little bit soft, but it is essentially together, and it is warped. I'm not finished, obviously, but that is essentially a homemade gelatinous cube. You can see how around the base of it, it really needs a bit more bulk to stop it from sort of spreading out. So I will do that in a second. I feel like I'm definitely going to have to go over sections of it because it doesn't quite look right. I don't know if you can see around here, it needs glue to sort of make it look a little bit more like it's all blending together. And the joins are the ones that I'm most worried about though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wait until that hardens just a little bit more, and I'll run a bead along the bottom. I'm probably going to do that on the inside and the outside, just to strengthen it up as much as I possibly can. So let's do the outside and just work my way right round. Alright, well, there's one thing that you guys need to do that I didn't do, and that is get rid of all the black lines that I left on it. Completely forgot about the marks. Yep, sticking to the glue again. So yeah, definitely make sure you rub off all of your black marks from your pen before you start doing all your joins. I'm just going to wait for that to harden up a bit before I do the inside. It feels very wiggly. It's certainly very, very wiggly. Can you imagine trying to mount this? I feel like it needs something rigid on the inside that's maybe circular to sort of hold it out. I just don't know what I would use. I'm thinking like maybe a bottle cap, but that would sort of defeat the purpose a lot of what you're trying to achieve. So I feel like some sort of structure is needed, otherwise it just seems to move around a lot. It's still soft. Okay, alright, it's almost hard, and I'll do the inside. And I probably should have held it so that it was down, so that the glue was using gravity to sort of settle down rather than go up, because it's gone up a little bit, so it looks a little bit odd on the outside, and I probably should have, run my tool through it to make it look a little bit more interesting, because it looks a little bit like I just ran a bead of glue around the bottom of it. Literally. Okay. I think that's hard. Let us tackle the next problem, which I still feel like is the inside. So I'm going to go around the bottom of it and the inside now. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting that you can't see me putting the glue in if I do it that way. The only way I can allow you to see it is by standing up. I can't do it seated. Not the way the camera's positioned. So I'm going to stand up and I'll turn it around and I'll run the glue along the inside. Okay, is that done? Turn and blow. Let's grab my tool and check it. It's still a bit soft. It is hardening though. It's still way too soft. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm just going to wait for that to dry just a fraction, and I should be able to sit back down now. Grab myself a glass of water. Alright, so I still want to reinforce the inside section because I feel like they are more likely to come apart than anything else. What I did notice is if I run the bead all the way down, it definitely seems to, I feel like it's definitely coming apart for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do halfway up, leave, and then do halfway up in here and halfway up here and halfway up in here, and so there's always a contact point, so it shouldn't come apart on me. Okay, that's what I'm going to give it a go. Let's have a look. You won't even be able to see what I'm doing, unfortunately, because from this angle it's impossible to see very much of anything. Yep. Okay, halfway only. Alright, now we blow. I think that really did help a lot actually. I can even feel that it's more rigid. It's still soft. Alright, just wait a little bit longer. Feel the heat on the other side though. Oh. Okay. I think that's ready for the next application in the corner. Yep. So that's joined it. So my only issue is if it were to separate here, which hopefully it won't do because I've got that bead of glue around the bottom to hold it all together. So I'm doing it from the middle to the bottom-ish, all the way around on the inside. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting stuck and I'm using heaps of glue. Alright, check it. Still a bit soft. It's hardening though. Good. Alright, it's not quite hard, but it's pretty close. You can see I've built up quite a lot on the inside to give it as much strength on the inside as possible. And I've got, I mean, it doesn't really matter because, I mean, it's a gelatinous cube, right? So it's supposed to be sort of gooey. It certainly is gooey. Okay, that's all done. I still want to do the outside as well. I feel like the corners, you can see that it's not sort of blended in and it's like a bit of plastic that's potentially able to come apart. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the inside. I'm only going to do halfway and then I'm going to stop and then come back to it. And I think what I'll do is I'm definitely going to use the tool this time so that it looks more like the rest of it that I've created with all that texture. So I'll go halfway along here, stop, and then run my tool along the edge. So and just let it dry. It's looking pretty warped. I wouldn't say it's a huge success, but certainly, I mean, it does sort of look like a gelatinous cube, and you could probably put it over a miniature. Alright, let's do the same thing over on this edge. So how much glue have I got there? Not much there. And I might actually run out of glue sticks with this, which would just suck. I'm just going to load up my, I've only got one left, so if I don't get it done this time round, I'm out of luck. Bulk that up a bit, and come on, little tool, come with me, and we just spread that. And then wait for it to set. I am going to run glue around the top edge so that it all blends in so it looks like it is one mass. Don't worry, that's going to happen. It's getting pretty heavy too. And I thought this would be a short video. Seriously? What did I know? Alright, here we go. Let's do it again. the tool through it. And then wait. Okay, I'll let it dry a little bit. All right. Let's check it. Yeah, still a few soft spots. Alright, let's try again. I've done along there, I've got that edge there to do, okay. Alright, just let that set. Tiny bit soft. It's pretty close to where I need it to be. Okay, I want to keep going. So I'm going to do the bottom section on the outside and join that up. Alright. Oh, it's messy. Just going to leave it to set for a second. It's all a little bit tacky. Alright, next bit. And just blend it in. Okay. Ouch, that hurt. That was the pointy piece. Ha! Just let that dry. Methandrol, what do you got here? Am I late for the party? No, you're not late for the party, Methandrol. And the video will go up online anyway, so you'll get to see it later. I'm just in the process of trying to finish things up a little bit. And it's still soft, but I'm not going to stop. I want to keep going. I feel like that might be mostly fine actually, apart from maybe just that little bit right there. So squeeze a little bit in there, and done. And wrong side. Whoops. And then just drag it across. I don't think my gelatinous cube is quite as good as the one that DM Scotty did, unfortunately. He is the pro though, isn't he? It's mostly hard. I'm turning it again. Okay, so what have I done here? I did the edge, but I haven't done that bit just there. Like that's mostly done. That's definitely been done there, joined, and I'm just going to connect it there. Okay. Right, and blow. It's hardening now. I'll leave that. So that is the gist of it. I'm going to put some around the top because I know it looks terrible the way it is right now. So that is supposed to be large size. So when I did it and marked it all out, it was 2 inches by 2 inches. So it's a cube. So when you place it on something else, a base that's a different size other than large, you'd think that's large, but actually you wind up needing a base which is larger as it happens. I did not realize. Okay, all right. That's the top edge, almost dry and hard. And I think a bead all the way around the top edge here will help as well, so I'm going to do that. I've still got a little bit of glue left. And then the tool, and then scrape it. And then blend it in. And blend. And blend. probably better off to go with one edge at a time rather than trying to do as many as I have. Alright, let's just leave that to set and harden. It's a little bit warped. Like I said, I feel like you need something on the inside to actually sort of keep it in shape. I'm not sure what you would use, but that is one gelatinous cube, and I'll grab a miniature and we'll chuck somebody in there, right? Let's stick somebody inside the gelatinous cube. So this is actually a miniature done by my brother. This was his NPC or character, which he painted up, which is pretty impressive. Not my paint job, but he's going inside the gelatinous cube. So let's stick him inside. Ta-da! Done. Oh well, so it does work. It's not maybe necessarily as pretty as the one DM Scotty did, and I know he took his idea from somebody else as well, but it would do the job. I guess the thing is, I don't think it even needs a base, because it would be sort of pointless. Probably better off just to chuck it straight over the miniature like that rather than have a base for it. And it's reasonably sturdy. Now I've reinforced it on the inside and the outside. It certainly does look very gelatinousy. You could build up more hot glue on the outside if you're not happy with how it looks. You know, I feel like there are sections that I could add more glue to sort of fill it out, and it would make it thicker. Do you mean? Literally, it would make it thicker and a little bit more tougher. But I'm running out of glue sticks, and if I keep going then there'll be no more glue stick. So yeah, that is how to make a gelatinous cube. My first time. Thank you, Roll for Damage. Yeah, I honestly, I had no idea if it would come out all right, and certainly under pressure when you're doing it live stream, because if you make a bluey, it's not like you can go back. Aussie Wolf, ha ha, awesome. Cheers for all the way from NJ. New Jersey? Are you from New Jersey, Aussie Wolf? What have we got here? Nottingham, looks great, thank you very much. Trent, that's cool Fred, well done, thanks. You're welcome. I had a good time. I've made a mess and I have to clean it up, but it was still fun. What's this? Jeffy Meyerhoff, thanks for sharing as always. You're welcome. And Aussie Wolf is from New Jersey. Excellent. Hey, well guys, look, I think I should do my normal sign out stuff because the job is done. We've made the miniature. So I'm going to say, look, if you found this useful or helpful, then share and like the video. You know, click the like button, share the video with other people if they like making miniatures or they can't afford them. Look, this series of making miniatures or monsters is because miniatures are getting more expensive, and we're probably going to find ourselves having to make them more often than not. And depending on where you are in the country, no, not the country, in the world, some places just don't get miniatures. You just can't ship them either online or not. If you want to keep seeing more videos and you're not subscribed, then hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell button. If you hit the bell button, then that'll give you occasional notifications. I do a video every single day, and as Roll for Damage has said, later man, see you tomorrow. It's because I do literally a video every single day, and quite often it's a live stream. The other thing is, if you want to ask any questions about the process, then your time and opportunity is to ask the questions right this very moment. Otherwise, if you're not part of the live stream, you can ask the questions in the comments. Tell me if you've made your own gelatinous cube before, how did it go? It'd be good to know. I certainly would be interested. Is there something I could have done that would have made it work out better? As I said, it's the first time, so I'm not entirely sure. If you want to support my channel, then watching my videos is a good thing. I get a little bit of ad revenue from that, and it helps sort of buy materials like this. Obviously, I'll be having to go and buy more glue sticks and tools to sort of muck around with. And if you want to really seriously support me, then I don't do Patreon, but there is usually an affiliate link down below in the description which you can click on. You don't even have to buy the thing that I've linked to. Usually they're Amazon. If you don't buy on Amazon or online, doesn't matter. You pay exactly the same price. I get a small commission for getting you to go to their online shopping website. That's essentially all it is. And as I said, you do not have to buy the thing that I've linked. You just go through the link and then buy something else. If you are really wanting me to hang around for a little bit longer after this and just chat, I will, because I've got a little bit of time and I've got to clean up my mess, so I can do that while I'm chatting. But till next time, keep rolling those 20s and don't walk into a gelatinous cube, because that would be bad. Okay, I'm still here. I'm just gonna start packing things up. If there's anything that people want to ask, or if the room starts to empty quickly, then I know that there's no questions to be asked. That's fine too. But yeah, if you do have any questions, I'll answer those questions. I know most people had an opportunity to ask me questions and chat with me while I was doing this, but I also realized that a few of you who were watching me could tell that I was struggling at times, and I had to have all my wits about me to make sure that I didn't wind up either burning myself, dropping glue everywhere, or having the whole thing turn into a horrible mess. So if you do want to ask questions, I'm still here while I disconnect things, make sure that the glue gun's not working, and just tidy up the general mess that I've created for myself. I have been trying to hang on to the live streams to release them later. I'm not sure if that's hurting my channel or not, because I've noticed there's been a downturn. This time of year, I think there are a lot less people actually watching YouTube because they're off doing holiday stuff, so that's probably part of the reason. But yeah, if you guys are finding that, you know, you're inclined not to come and watch because I haven't posted the live streams until like a week later, then let me know in the comments, or let me know now so that I know what's going on. I've been watching a lot of videos from a guy called Daryl Eves, and Daryl Eves sort of talks about how to run a YouTube channel and what sort of you should be doing, best practice, that sort of stuff. So I am trying to keep up with what needs to be kept up with, if that makes sense. Roll for damage, what is that? Makes sense. I like the live streams. You like the live streams? Good. I'm glad. I know a lot of people don't like the live streams and they liked the shorter version, you know, where I did like a 2.5 minute, 3 minute video, and it was all rattled out really fast, and I cut out all of the time so I breathed in and it just sounds like a machine gun, and I had a few miniatures out and a map, and I showed some stuff on a whiteboard, and then it was done. I know that was something that people liked, and that's not gone. It just tends to wind up showing up in the form of a live stream, and I guess my intention is to do the live streams because I can do a live stream for 10 minutes when I don't have much time. I can do a longer live stream when I have a bit of time and I want to make something, or I want to do a Dungeon Master guidance video, which I did the other day on Horde of the Dragon Queen, and so I can fit that in easy, and then I can go back, download them, edit them if I need to, and then once I've done that, if it's a really good video and people really like it, then I would take a bit of time when I can and I would shoot it without it being a live stream. Roll for damage. Yeah, I've been using the add-on you suggested to me. It's helped a lot. I'm glad. Yeah, TubeBuddy is awesome. That add-on is wonderful. There's another one that you want to grab if you ever wind up using affiliate links, and I haven't used it too much yet, but that is the magic link. Just type in magic link into Google and you should be able to find it. Okay, so that is our gelatinous cube. The next monster I'm likely to make is a purple worm. It'll either be a purple worm or it'll be a black pudding. I mean, I've been working my way through the oozes anyway, but that would probably be the most likely monster that I would make would be either the purple worm, even though I assembled a purple worm today. It's beside the point. That doesn't help you because, you know, there's a good chance you won't be able to afford to buy that purple worm, or even if you can find it in stock. So I'm going to show people how to make a purple worm at some point, or I'll do a black pudding, because I think I've got a good idea of how we can make that work and make it look a little bit different to the other oozes. Because this obviously looks different to the grey ooze that I made, looks different to the orchid jelly that I made, and we need a black pudding that looks different to all the other oozes that I've created. Okay, look, I think that's pretty much it. I think most of the things that I needed to do here are all tidied up. I've got to start moving things to rubbish bins now. So I'm going to definitely stop the live stream, and you guys have a good day. Go have a sleep, go have some food, watch some TV. Honestly though, really good idea. Go check out DM Scotty and his video on how to make the gelatinous cube. It's really cool. Roll for damage. Yeah, I like them all, man. You're doing great with the monster series. Oh, thank you very much, and good night to you.